the largest oil producer in the world is the United States of America. So the US is the largest oil producer, and they are among the largest exporters in the world. There is a very important point here related to India when we talk about the United States and India. India cannot import much from the United States. They can add probably 1 tanker a month or 2 tankers a month, and that's it, to replace Russian oil. And the reason why, because the complexity of the Indian refineries basically is geared toward medium sour and heavy sour crude, while most of U.S. exports are light sweet, because U.S. shale produces light sweet crude. So here we have a technical issue. It's the crude quality that determines this. So if Trump talks to Prime Minister Modi and said, you have to buy more from us, it's not up to Prime Minister Modi, because it's a technical issue. We cannot get your oil simply because it's light sweet, and our refineries basically are geared more toward medium sour. So that's an issue. However, historically, the primary suppliers to India in particular were the Gulf states and Iraq. So you are talking about Saudi Arabia, you are talking about UAE and Oman, and simply because of the proximity to the Indian ports. We've seen at certain times, we've seen some diversity where India imported some from West Africa and Brazil, and some from Mexico or Latin or South American countries. But when Russian crude was embargoed by the Europeans and the G7, Russia has to find other markets, and they have to sell at discount. So India started importing the Russian crude at discount, and that Russian crude has to come at the expense of someone else. Of course, we have a growth in demand, so the Russian crude basically kind of met the growth in demand and replaced some of the imports from other countries.